Ladies and gentlemen, big and welcome to your next guest this evening, Glenn.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Just a serious thing. Tragic news we've had last week, wasn't it, with the passing of the Queen? So, if you're expecting jokes about her passing, there won't be any. So, yeah, I do know that there are a few anti-royalists out there that I would be able to find something for them, but the majority of people like it anyway. So, on to other news, which is amazing because there was some other news. Did you hear about these, the latest protesters that are gluing themselves to the road? Yeah, it's really weird. They're calling themselves Animal Extinction. And the thing was, it was to stop people from buying animal-made products, mainly meat and all this stuff. And they glued themselves to the road, which is quite ironic because what is glue made out of? Melted down bone, isn't it? Yeah? So, this is it. This is how stupid it is. And yeah, fancy gluing yourself to the road. I mean, if I was in the council, I'd say to them, well, bring over steamrollers. You know, can you imagine afterwards? Oh, by the way, have you got 10 feet you can lend me? And they'll be there. Sorry, I'm a bit flat. Oh. So, anyway, last week a tramp says to my friend, can you lend me £2 so I can get a cup of coffee? And he says, well, will you be buying it for alcohol? He says, no sir, I won't. He said, will you be spending it on gambling? He said, no sir, I won't. He said, come in with me, I want to introduce you to a wife. He said, why? He says, I just want to show what would happen to a man if she stops him from gambling and drinking. Yes, and of course there's all sorts of things. I mean, there's a I did come up with one earlier, but right now it's gone out of my head. So, have we got any impressions that you'd like me to do? Because I do impressions as well. I mean, I do this guy, which is Stewie from Family Guy. Does anybody watch Family Guy here? Yeah? So I do quite a lot of the impressions of the characters from Family Guy. So, but it's not just Family Guy. I do, although they are popular. So you've got Stewie, which is, oh well, hello, welcome to Stafford. Slater's in Stafford. This is wonderful, isn't it? Oh no, here comes the fat man. Yeah, Peter Griffin, yeah. Oh, here comes the wife, Lois. Oh, Peter! Did you just have to stand in that mess? Yeah. Well, I just wanted to see what it was like underfoot. But did you have to take your foot off first? You know, did you have to take your shoe off first and put your foot in it? Yeah. You know me, Lois. Yeah. And here comes Quagmire. Giggity, man. Oh, well, the lad's going around Stafford, all right, isn't it? Giggity. I mean, it's better than being at home in Cohab. Yeah, giggity. Here comes Cleveland. Oh, yes, well, I'm still getting it in both ears from Mother Essa, I mean, I'm not going to say the thing about speaking in stereo again, but there you go. Yes, and I'm just glad that I'm here, Peter. I'm just glad. this makes a change to me, and we're drunken candle and says, yeah. Oh, and here comes Joe. How's everything, Peter? I mean, it's a good job that the door's just about wide enough for my wheelchair. Yeah. So let's go! I mean, when you've got Chris and with Chris Griffin with that evil monkey, I mean, So Chris Griffin comes in and goes, Dad, that evil monkey in my closet has followed me all the way from Co-op. That's the evil monkey, for not having a funny term, but there you go. And of course, we've all seen Herbert, haven't we? Herbert in it. Do you remember Herbert? The old man with the Zimmer frame? He's one that's how can I put it? He's one of the controversial figures in it, because he's, when Chris Griffin was a paper boy in one episode, he's there going, oh, Chris, oh, just enough to have a bit of nice. But that's how he is into the character. So, anybody else wants any others? Trevor? Homer Simpson. I've not done the Simpsons for a while, so I can do a few other characters from there for you. So, cause I don't watch it generally, but I can do Bart, Homer. Is it Homer you wanted? Sorry, and Marge. So, would you like all three?
Yeah.
All right, all three coming up. Marge. Oh, homie. What am I going to do about Bart? He's been expelled from school again. They'll have a cow and cow bunda. So there you go, that's the Simpsons for you. Have you got any impressions that you'd like me to do? Yeah, have you got any that you'd like me to do? Cool. Boris, well, the lady over there was here last week when I did the Boris, so do you remember Boris last week? Well, I've now retired and from being Prime Minister, so it's ironic I spent all the taxpayers' money, I mean, I wish it was my money, but it was taxpayers' money. I'm decorating number 10, only to get booted out. Well, that's just ironic, isn't it, So, as my missus would say, carry on. Well, she is called Carrie. So,
Oh no, not carry on, Boris.
yeah, carry on, Boris. Oh, that must be a sight to see, wasn't it? It's worse than in my own Carrie, isn't it? Right. I mean, I tell you what, I think Stephen King wrote about her, didn't he? Carrie. It should be Iron Daggers at him. Anyway. So, anybody else? I mean, I can do, I tell you what, I'll do a few that I've been, because I meet celebrities, and I actually met Sylvester McCoy and Colin Baker, and I was talking to them, and I came over with a few quotes from them, and I said to Sylvester McCoy and Colin Baker, I said, I recently went and bought some Doctor Who furniture. I found it quite delectable.
Yeah.
And quick as a flash, Colin Baker replied, does it come with sideboard men? I thought that was quite funny. Now that was from him, and that actually happened. and we had a good laugh about that. And of course there's cosplayers. If you don't know what that is, it's two words, costume play. Just amalgamated. And I says to him, and I was telling him about it, that I've seen a couple of dressed up as Jodie Whittaker, one of them being a bloke, by the way, two dressed up as Colin Baker's doctor, and one dressed as Tom Baker's doctor. And I says to Sylvester McCoy, I said, if anybody comes along dressed up as you, you could say, well, you might be dressed up as me as the doctor, but hey, I'm the real McCoy. And he actually loved that. Yes. Okay, and that's it for this week. Until next week, I'll be back.
Well done, ladies and gentlemen.